This room was so good to me. I enjoyed this hotel very much, even if it was for one night. I know better things are coming my way. I deserve this because me and Mode, we enemies. We enemies real bad. People like, you don't smoke. How you get bronchitis? Working in a bar with poor ventilation because it's New Orleans? They do not give a shit about us. Love New Orleans. However, the ways in which businesses operate is a hot mess. Like, how did you get past inspections? How are you just doing whatever because it's laissez-faire? Laissez-faire? Causing health problems. Causing people to get cancer in Cancer Alley. Yeah. Anywho, I'm grateful to be here right now. And I'm about to be real delusional and just go to the airport. Because I'm ready to go. Like, I've had my time here. I'm gonna need every place to smell like a brand new car when I walk into the room. Okay? Smells is a big non-negotiable for me. Like, I lived in Ghana, given the colonizers messed up the place so bad that they got open sewage. So it's Ghana, like India, like here. Some of their sewage just smell really, really bad. New Orleans also smell like that. So I'm like, bro, ain't you older than the States? Why your sewage still bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, things like that is a for me. So I have an affinity for smell, so it's time for me to go to a place where the smells are better. They have humidifiers in their rooms because they know it gets moldy, like moisture when it's rainy season. And certain things I just, like, I have non-negotiables. I deserve functional and also a place where I can actually get on my feet and work as an American citizen. So that's something that is still a thing. And it takes time to get a teaching job. I didn't make these stories up. This is just shit that's happening right now. Like, I applied to so many jobs, obviously, before I even left that country. And you think I didn't apply? Man, I got a Capricorn stellium. Let's try that one again. And this ain't tropical. This is sidereal. Okay? I have a Capricorn stellium, a Virgo rising, and a Gemini moon. I know. I strategize all the time. It doesn't always go to plan, not because I didn't want it to. It just shit just be happening. So I'm going to take a nap that I just wanted y'all to see. And post this video, this real one. I deserve this. Bro, like, I've been going through it. And even staying at that place that I was staying with for a month, I'm grateful I made the most of it. And it's time for me to leave. People like, but you got a visa for the next 2 months. I'm like, yeah, but where the money coming from? I'm still waiting on my income tax. I filed it. Still ain't here yet. Yes, I gotta ask people for help. I do. There is no one I can stay with here. Disrespectfully, it's hard for me to stay in a place that stink. And some people's houses, they smell bad. And I don't want to stay there. Because it's going to bother me. Like, I dislike clutter. I lived in clutter by force as a child because people just dealt with trauma a different way, grief a different way, and also trauma from the Great Depression. That's why people hoard so much. And instead of me staying in situations where I know I'm beyond uncomfortable at that point, if it affects my sleep and my peace of mind, it's no. So I'm leaving Vietnam today. And I'm going to the airport. And I'm going to figure it out from there. Because that's what's going to happen. And I'm done with allowing people to tell me the stories that I disagree with within myself. And I'm going to stay strong in my convictions. And listen to wise counsel only. I have people that I talk to who know what's going on. I got a career coach. I got mentors who are not in the country and telling me exactly what to do, and have been connecting me with people. I also have been leveraging my own network and asking people for help, for sure, and telling them what's going on. And the thing has been finances. And I'm being delulu. Like, I'm gonna have 1 million followers by the end of this month on YouTube. I know it's possible, and I'm grateful for the gradual builds, because I have a lot to bring to the world, and it's gonna take me being the only Issa Rae in my story to make that happen, and I'm here for it. So thank you. This is some real, and I'm gonna continue to stay consistent. Hold me to it. Blow up my comments. I appreciate y'all. Also, I have a guide in the description below. It's for how to keep calm in the storm, being calm in the storm. There are 3 techniques that I actually utilize to this day that's helped me get through these turbulent times that we're all in, especially with this Mercury energy. And I love Mercury, but I'm like, girl, stop. Come on now. You're supposed to be working with me. What you doing? These 3 techniques will help you get through those things. And I also put in actual examples that happened in my life that I use these techniques, and it worked. So get to know me a little bit in that guide, and help me and help you. So reciprocity, we indigenous over here. All right. Okay, so updates. Going to the next place, going to the airport today. I am done talking to people about it because it invites doubt, and the voice of reason is inside my gut, and my gut is like, just go to the airport and figure this shit out, and just tell people, hey, I would like a plane ticket. I'm gonna talk to the office today and be like, hey, I need help scanning all these documents so I can throw them away and make my bag lighter. Yeah, and apparently there might be a scanner on my phone. I'm gonna see and figure this shit out. I'm ready to travel light. I'm gonna do my best to not sell my keyboard because I'm so close. So I'm so close to the finish line. I'm not gonna sell it. I thought about it though. Oh, because it's heavy. It's heavy. Of course I want a Nord. I would rather have a Nord keyboard in a smaller hard case, but I haven't seen a smaller hard case. Like, if you can find me a smaller hard keyboard case and buy it for me and ship it to me and make my life seamlessly and easier, a lighter hard case keyboard that won't get damaged under the plane, that would be great. That would be so good. Oh my goodness. Help. Thanks. Also, a laptop, because child, people like, well, you could just do data analysis. I'm like, you don't think I applied to that? Like, a person who actually did data analysis for Universal Music Group still couldn't get a data job after that. So it's like hiring freezes in the States. And also, I've been instructed to not come back. It's not safe. If white people don't feel safe, yeah, not coming back to the States. That's off the table. That's why I'm not talking to certain family members, because they don't know what they talking about. They ain't never been anywhere. So why am I listening to people who ain't never been anywhere? No, seriously, think about that. Even in the Artist Way and a lot of these self-help books and spirituals, it talks about, why you gonna listen to people who ain't never been where you are? Stop listening to them people. Listen to the people who've been where you are, specifically where you want it to be, not where you don't want to be. So I stopped listening to those people, and I'm like, I respect you, and I respect my boundary of no. So am I actually gonna take a nap? Because I gotta be out of this room 12:30 and it's 11:57. I wish there was like a nap pod at the airport like it is in Taipei, Taiwan. I absolutely enjoy that airport. I wish at the time I took enough photos, but guess what? I could just go again. Honestly, if I could get a connection through Taipei, I would like that better. But honestly, the way I'm feeling, a direct flight would be great. But also, I'm not mad at Taipei because I could take a nap, I could take a shower, I could eat, and I can mellow out and figure out my next steps without being rushed into houselessness. So there is a solution for me, and I am raising funds, and I need help from community. So in addition to the guide, if you want to throw more money my way, that would be helpful. My pay links are below in the description, as well as my Ko-fi link, where you can continuously subscribe and support, and I can provide value. Because in addition to that, I got some business insight about tariffs, and I think a lot of people are allowing the media to give them propaganda to give up on what they really want to do. And please stop listening to the news. I'm gonna give you facts. When you subscribe to my Ko-fi for $11.11 monthly, I'm gonna give you the true insights of what's going on and connections to expand your business to greater horizons. Because there are way more sustainable ways, and focusing on your operating agreement will really help you in the long run, and have a contingency plan so you can have a sustainable business model and not fuck over yourself or your employees. So come through to the Ko-fi. And the music is still happening, obviously. Stream crash out everywhere. This music that you've been hearing on all of my videos, I made it. I did that a long time ago. That's how much music I got. That I actually did save on my phone. Now, the question is, how am I going to get more music off my hard drive into my phone? I think I found a solution. I'm going to test it out before I say yes. And no, I have not sold any beats on BeatStars, because my beats ain't worth that cheap. Like, they're worth a lot. I put a lot of time, energy, resources, and education into making those beats. And I'm not selling them for anything less. People like, they too expensive, you're not my client, and that's okay. People be like, who is your client, what is your why? I'm like, making quality music and people who are serious about their careers and think long term and long game, and are ready to like start pitching to films and TV, because that's where I know my music is going, and I know that's what I make music for. I make my music to be on movie and TV. I'm making my music as if I'm in a scene in real life. Like, when I'm producing the track, I'm imagining myself somewhere and listening to this. That's what I make my music for. I've made my music imagine. Cut off! I made my music imagining where I am in life, being Delulu, imagining scenes, imagining whose movie it'd be on. Those are the ways that I've been making my music, and since forever. I've always known that my music was gonna go beyond the United States, because I did not care about the way it was operating. I saw that the system is a hot mess. My autistic mind been seeing past the BS, so I started producing for now. And I'm grateful that I did, because when I give my music to people here in Vietnam, immediately a fan follows me. I've never had that happen before. Like, I have, but like in the US, they always find some way to be hypercritical about something instead of just actually listen to the fucking music without a bias. My shit ain't mediocre. I put time and effort into it. I just would be like, let me just put something out. I'm like, no, I actually am enjoying the process. I take it seriously. I was consistent. And then life happened. And I'm done allowing things to stop my creativity, which is why I'm on this journey, which is why I'm reading the artist way, which is why, the why. I know my why. Creator created me to create. And doing anything outside of that and deviating has caused me problems in my life. And I am done fighting what I'm supposed to do in my life. So I left situations, people, relationships, and places that was not nourishing that. That's a big reason why I'm leaving Vietnam. The only time I've done music here is to help someone else. And it wasn't that fun for me, because it was just like me helping them, but they telling me what to do, but not in ways that allow for like me to be me in the studio. I'm like, no shade. If I can't be me working with you in the studio, that's going to kill the vibe real quick. And I'm not going to want to work with you. So if I can't be my goofy, autistic self around you, and you saying I'm too much and blah, 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 even though the work is getting done, because the work gonna get done. I'm gonna get the work done. It's gonna be a problem. I'm not staying there. I'm not gonna be in that studio. If there's like 50 million people that need to be in studio when it's just you recording vocals, no. I get it if they like doing something, but they not doing it. Like, it's time to work, y'all. What you doing? I don't need no smoke weed in the studio. Like, do that shit outside. I got bronchitis. And I'm excited because I love working in the studio. And it was so irritating growing up, like being able to have access to that and put in that work, and then you get to LA to like everybody want to do it. I'm like, first of all, bitch, I've been that shit pissed me off about those people. It be white men and it be black men gatekeeping those opportunities, and then sometimes women would they would help to a certain extent, but then still find ways to be like, well, I had to do it, you got to do it too, type energy. And I'm like, those are the stories you are allowing people to tell you, and you are upholding oppression systems. The music industry in the US must change because it's toxic, and you're holding back real art, and you're holding back change. You want the industry to be better, you got to be a part of the problem to fix it. There could be multiple studios. People like, how's it gonna make money? Yo, you could literally make that shit run off electricity, solar energy. You can build things sustainably, have a better contingency plan. You can make it a collective so you're not doing it all by yourself. Like we did at Wesleyan University with Red Feather Studios, a studio-run studio. And you can actually build from there. There's so many things you could do in the music industry than the usual 360 BS. People like, well, they own everything. So what? You own you, don't you? But technically you don't. Your soul is outside of you. Your body's inside. And Source Creator is giving you all of this. So think about that one again. You can do whatever you want to do. So I'm going to do it. When I was in the States, I wanted to make a mobile studio. It didn't happen because I was not around the good people. I was around the crazy makers, the doubters, the people who fear-mongered and threw shit on you that wasn't yours and stopped you from being yourself because they saw what you could do. So they was like, I want to stop that, even though they could help you. So I got away from that system and those societies and those mindsets because they're not helpful, and they're not making a sustainable economy or a sustainable community that's supposed to be with the indigenous principles of reciprocity. Everyone, I encourage you to read The Sweetgrass, and I just learned about another book, but I'm gonna tell you about that book after I read it because I forget. All right, y'all. Subscribe, share, like, all those things. Thank you. And support, because I need your help, and this is how I continue going. It's a journey, and I'm excited to be here, and I have been doing the work because I've been writing my book, and I'm just like, these people really had me fucked up talking about, you're not willing to be on camera. I'm like, first of all, bitch, you could never survive homelessness in LA like I did. When you read that guy, you about to find out real quick what I've done and been uncomfortable in many times and have overcome. Let's try that again. All right, for real, y'all, this time I'm gonna see y'all later. Thank you.